Merry Christmas, everybody. From our house to your house. It may be 80 degrees outside, but it is still Christmas inside. Hi, and welcome to Anne-Marie's workshop. Happy Vlogmas. This is day 11 of my Vlogmas journey. My name is Anne-Marie. Welcome to Anne-Marie's workshop. My name's Anne-Marie. Oh, did I say that already? Too many Christmas cookies. And I like to make things. If you like to make things, please like, subscribe, and share. Also, press that notification bell if you want to be notified anytime I put up new content. Okay, today's day 11, and I have to admit, I personally have more Christmas stockings than I know what to do with because I had 3 kids and a big family, and I have all different types of Christmas stockings. But I noticed that my daughter's colors, she does like a rustic Christmas. I wasn't really finding quite the right Christmas stocking. So that's where this comes in handy. This is McCalls 4993. I'm not sure if it's still in the catalog, but it's a winner. Look at all of these stockings. So I have cut out a few for this day 11, and I would like to make some. Come along. Okay, I have cut out 7 of these stockings. They're super simple, and I think they're going to be super quick to sew up. But I don't know if this has happened to you. I thought about one daughter and a situation about her stockings, and then I saw this cute ballet stocking, and she always wanted to take ballet, and okay. And then these are the colors of her rustic looking Christmas tree, right? And I thought about my daughter-in-law. Does she have any stockings? I didn't see any. All right. So I cut this scrap fabric out that looked like snowballs for my son. I'm not embroidering them. I don't have the time. I don't have the time. And this is the patina of my daughter's stocking, and the lining was this beautiful ruched fabric that I had from the inside of that opera coat that I never wore to the opera, y'all. And I missed my chance to wear it. I'll have to wait again. And I decided to go ahead and make one that was super feminine and with nothing but that kind of fabric. And then I also had some more of her patina. This is how it starts, guys. This is how it starts. This is how my mind works. Okay, let's start sewing these. Now, the first step is you cut out 2 fabric of your fashion fabric of this stocking pattern, piece number 1. You cut out 2 of these. You cut out 2 pieces of interfacing that are the same exact shape, and then 2 pieces of lining. In the case, this is the lining for me. Okay, all right. The other piece that you need is there's a ruffle along the top, so you cut on a fold. This is a fold. You cut piece number, let me get it for you. You cut piece number 2 on the fold, and that's what's going to give you that nice ruffle. Here it is right here. Alrighty, okay, and I've done that. You also cut out piece number 7, which is your loop to hang your stocking from your fireplace. All right, first things first, after pressing my fashion fabric, I applied my fusible interfacing to each piece of my stocking. Now I'm going to stitch the front to the back, 5/8 of an inch from the seam. All right, then it's time to trim before you turn the sock inside out. You're going to also stitch the lining the same way, but you're going to leave a spot on the lining open on the longest part so that you'll be able to turn the stocking inside out, and then you'll stitch that up. But while we're trimming, we'll do a trim and talk. I'm trying to remember the first time that I saw Christmas stockings. And I think the most vivid Christmas that I ever remembered was my Christmas when I was 5 years old in Scarborough, Canada. It was classic. The tree was beautiful. My mom had 3 ornaments to a branch on, God love her. And there was a baby pram underneath there. I snuck out in the middle of the night. There was a baby pram and other presents, but I was so excited about the baby pram. The tree looked gigantic because what was I, 3 foot something? We had a big picture window in the front of the house, and snow had blanketed the neighborhood. It was a white Christmas. It was like magic. And I don't know what my mom hung our stockings on. I don't even know. I know I got a stocking, but I don't think it was hung on anything. We didn't have a fireplace. Okay, back to making the stockings. Don't forget, between those notches, to leave a space when you're sewing the lining on the stocking. You're going to need an open space so that you can reach your hand in and pull your sock inside out. Don't forget. Okay, see on my lining, there's an open space that I backstitched here and backstitched here, but there's a space my hand can get in and pull my stocking inside out. Now this stocking has a ruffle around the edge, and it also has some beading hanging, but I would like to use some of my scrappy ribbon and jingle bells on this stocking. We'll see how it goes. After stitching piece number 2 together and pressing it open, now I can fold it over in half here, and I'm going to gather the unfolded edge to make the ruffle at the top of the stocking. So I'm going to stitch a running stitch along the bottom so that I can pull to make the gathers. So I want to evenly space my gathers, so I am going to fold my gathered ruffle into 1, 2, 3, 4s, and I'm going to place a pin at the seam, and then I'm going to place another one at the folded edge over here, and then I'm going to place another 2 at these midpoints so I can kind of guess where I should be placing my ruffles along the top of the stocking. But before I attach this, I'm going to add my jingle bells. All right, so now I know that this is the middle of the sock at the top, this is the edge, and this is the edge. So when I gather this material, I can evenly place it on the top of my stocking. Mhm. Mhm. All right, now I'm going to stay stitch along the top before I add my ruffle and my loop. Stitch the loop 1/8 of an inch away from the edge, turn it inside out. Place your loop along the side seam. Make sure it's the side seam of the heel and not the toe, because this is the direction in which you're going to be hanging your stocking. All right, pin in place. And now it's time to add your lining and your ruffle. Now we are going to drop our right-sided stocking with the ruffle pinned in place inside our lining, which is on the wrong side. I hear them in there jingling. So let's hope we did the right thing. Now I suggest that before you trim this edge, that you go through the hole at the side of your lining and you pull your stocking out to make sure everything is okay with your stitching. I'm going to do that to mine. Come on, Jingle Bells, come on out here. And if everything is stitched okay, I will go ahead and go back in and trim that raw edge at the top of the stocking. But it's a terrible thing. Well, not that terrible, but if you trim and then find out everything is not okay. All right. So far, it looks pretty good. With the Jingle Bells, it has a whole nother dimension. So I will show you. I'll show you how it's starting to look. And I really think spacing those pins along the edge had me put my gathers in the right place. Now let me pull these pins I had after I stay stitched my Jingle Bells at the top here. I went ahead and secured them to the stocking at the bottom. Because of the weight of the Jingle Bells, I thought it would move around while I was stitching, and I might end up with a skewed or a ribbon not in the place that I wanted. It looks like it worked out okay. Here's my loop that I want to use to hang from the fireplace. Here are all my Jingle Bells. Here's my ruffle. It looks pretty good. All right, so I'm going to turn my inside out, trim around the edge, and then we'll go from there. All right, I guess it's time for more trim and talk. I don't think this is going to last that long. Anyway, so what else? I think that the thing I enjoy the most about Christmas is the reason for the season and the gathering of family, and then of course all my memories of great Christmases in the past. And it's really the family visiting, the laughing, the being a kid and watching the parents talking, hearing them speak about their childhood. Usually the moms would end up in the kitchen after dinner, and you get to hear all the stories of them growing up. So there are so many things associated with Christmas. All right, if you want to, put your best memories in the comments. I love hearing what's going on for you. All right, so now I'm going to turn it back inside out, and let's see how it goes. Before I push the lining into the stocking, I'm going to stitch the hole closed. Ooh, listen to that rain. Anyway, I absolutely love how it came out. I love the color patina. I love that it jingles. Now, because I hacked this pattern, I think that this pattern, because of the weight of the Jingle Bells, that I'm going to make another loop and attach it on this side so it can be supported. Because if I just leave it to the one loop, it kind of collapses. But that's what happens when you try and figure things out. So I'm going to add another loop on this side and make another one, and I love it. And this is all scrap material and scrap bells, and they're going to be hanging on a fireplace soon. Okay, I like that much better. It has support on both sides. On the next one I make, I'm also going to have this ruffle. I just don't think it supports the way it should. Okay, that's how it is when you sew, you figure things out. Let's see how the other one comes out. Okay, so this is the second slipper, and this time I hacked it. This time I put one holder on each side. I shortened the frill and I like it much better. I do. So I think this one is a winner. So if you make this pattern, you may like the floppy one. This one is much floppier. I didn't care for it as much as I like this one. All right, both are cute though.